West Ham fans here outside the London Stadium. Disappointing there, mate. Well, I say disappointing. I think Everton deserved the win now.
They fully deserved it, but once again, we're kind of not on the front foot from the beginning, and it's happened once too often, I think. And when you look at it, it's very frustrating. I thought the lineup was the wrong one. There's a couple of players in there, Obiang, and Chicharito should have started as well.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. I mean, let's go back to the starting lineup. I mean, Hernandez on the bench, Noble on the bench, Antonio on the bench, Balbuena on the bench. There's four players there that should have started tonight.
Should have started. So he's done that same thing at Huddersfield again. We were losing and then he brought on the right players after half time and then we're winning again. I think we're finding that quite often with Pellegrini. Great manager, great way of playing, good knowledge, but he gets the starting lineup wrong more than once. I don't know if he's trying to be loyal to a lot of players or not. Ogbonna, he's been all right, but Balbuena's better than him. We know that. You've got to start off with your best team. And I know the more often you change your team, it doesn't help anyone. And I think Everton, we should have kind of beaten them today, I think. They're about the same level as us, but we're at home. But then I think we're going to finish about 10th, and that's our true position, I think. I think we're fooling ourselves. We think we're going to finish 7th.
Yeah,
I think this is about our level, I think.
I think Everton come into the game today probably the same as us, probably expecting to win. I think they was 2 points behind us before the start of play. They now go above us. We dropped down to 11th after this, and we had a chance to go 7th. So it's a disappointing day all round.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot just for you to make the effort and run around. And I think without Anderson, we had no width on both sides. I mean, Lanzini and Snodgrass were meant to be our wingers. I didn't see any of them in that position. And then you saw Obiang and Rice trying to protect the back four, but only Rice was trying to do the job with two people. Obiang was okay, but not doing enough, I don't think. So if you're going to play two up front, that didn't work either. I mean, Perez wasn't there, and we're so slow again. When we were attacking, we're taking half a day to find the right people. By then, they put everyone behind the ball. And when they had the ball, especially Bernard, they were on another level. They were so much quicker, faster, and exactly knew where everyone was going to be. We were so lethargic. And everyone was even booing in the crowd, saying, get a move on. Past it a bit faster, you know?
Let's talk quickly about the two Everton goals. I mean, the first one was, it's another lapse defending, isn't it, from a corner. Zuma with the goal, great header.
On his own again. I think we're missing Balbuena organising the back four. And I think Rice is brilliant, but I think next year we need to find captain leader material, a lot more older than him. We're missing like a Nolan type. So when the heads are down, there's no one here saying, come on, let's go for it. And they look around, they're great players, but I think you need a Billy Bonds type of player in the middle.
I think even when we went 1-0 down, I looked around that pitch and everyone had their hands on the hips and they was hands in the air
That's disgraceful, mate.
Yeah, I know, I agree, mate. Yeah. But the thing is, you're right, we do need someone in there, and this is where I sort of I know he gets a lot of stick, but Mark Noble, he does that for our team.
Exactly, and he should have started with him. I know he's getting a bit old, he's a bit slow, but for these games, he does bring the players together, and he connects very well between midfield and up front. I'll give you an example. A couple of times, Cresswell had the ball, he's running down the wing, and there's no winger there, so he finds Perez having to go down the wing and get the ball in, but then when he crosses it in, he's not there as a striker. I think, we nearly went down last year. We're going to finish about 10th, and I think that's our right level, I think. And next year, add a few more players and see where we go. And with Rice, I don't agree with what Pellegrini said either about Rice. I think we should just stay quiet and not even say if we're going to get the right money or not. But I got a feeling we spent 100 million in the summer. It was a bit too much for the board. They're trying to get the money back. 25 million we've got from finishing wherever we are. And I think they're looking at 70, 80 for Rice. And maybe.
Do you think he'll go?
It's not in his hands, I think, half the time. I think the board's being a bit clever.
All right, let's just say that if we accepted a bid for 70 million in the summer and he went, would you be disappointed, or would you think it's a good deal for the club?
I think it's very disappointing because that will mean the board is always trying to run the club like a business. I know it's a business, but they're always trying to balance the books. But if you want to go that little bit further and you're looking at Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, they go a little bit above, don't they? So they're saying, we spent 100 million. And I know 45 million in January, they want the money back as interest. So that's all running back in my mind. They want to balance the books. And that's not what the dream was when they sold us this ground. We were meant to go a bit further up. And to find a player like Rice, especially English, is very hard. And I'm just worried that he's playing for England, and I can't see anyone knocking him from that position going forward. That's added an extra 15, 20 million to his price. And a lot of clubs are after British players, and they're making it vocal as well, like Man United and Man City and people like that. I think it's not in his hands, and we've seen it happen too often at our club. So I'm just open, and I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I can see it mathematically why it's going to happen. It's going to mean Pellegrini's going to have another 100 million to spend, but it's on the back of selling your best player, and we don't do that. So let's see what happens, but I don't know what you
Do
feel.
you know what, mate? Very disappointing today. But look, thank you so much
Yeah,
for stopping
thanks a
by,
lot.
mate.
Yeah,
Take care,
care of
mate.
yourself.
Safe journey home.
Take care.